Mike Wilson here in Sells. I've come to these removal proceedings. I was here the first day, Tuesday. I was not here all day yesterday, and I'm back here. Today is Thursday, the third and final day of these proceedings. On the one hand, I'm glad I came. This is the first time that as a tribal member, I've been a first-hand witness to the proceedings. On the one hand, I'm glad that there are policies and procedures to be followed. On the other hand, I'm very disappointed. I think that these proceedings were prejudiced by the chairman and several of the council members putting words into the mouth indirectly of the accusers. I don't think that they had the authority. I think it was a matter of ethical misconduct on the part of some council members and the chairman himself. If you look at the record, he should not have made any prejudicial statements to the effect that, don't you believe, directing his comments to the accusers, that several times him and some of the members said, do you believe that this falls within the purview of the charges? He can't make those he cannot make those statements. He cannot be putting words in the mouth of the accusers. He should have remained impartial. And so I think that those comments like that contaminated these proceedings. Therefore, I think in its totality, I think they were contaminated. And I don't think they're worthy of the tono of the nation. So I'd be curious to find out what recourse the accused have. So the battle's not over. I think the battle has just begun. And so I want to come back. And I want to be an observer and a participant in tribal governments. It's my privilege and it's my responsibility. So I will be back.
Yeah, my name's Garcia, and I've been here the last 3 days watching the hearings and stuff like that with the council. And I've been here because I was concerned about what's going on with the council and the legislative council, actually. And the legislative council has been, as far as I'm concerned, been abusing their powers and stuff like that. And they've been using it like that for years and years to keep people down, which isn't right. But until the all of them start speaking up and start saying things, and I'm saying the all of them, not the Mitigan all of them, which I'm a Mitigan all of them, but that's beside the point. So anyway, but all of them are going to have to start speaking up for themselves, because these legislative council or the tribe or somebody is keeping our nation down, keeping them down. They don't want people to get educated. They don't want them to learn things. That's how I see it. But that's, like I say, as soon as they get a new district, a couple months later they shut them down. That ain't right. There's different talks about those meetings with them, with the legislative council and stuff like that. But then you hear other people saying, no, these weren't guarantees, these weren't things. But as soon as you take their monies away from people and they put it in charge of the nation, and if they had taken the money, that means they admit that they're guilty of the charges. And that's against them, and that ain't right. Because like I say, I have to go back to where I've been in legislative council, appointed me as on the terror office. Then as soon as I got on there, we saw some problems. So we got rid of a couple of people. We fired them at 3 o'clock that afternoon. Come 5 o'clock, somebody calls an emergency meeting. Then they suspend all of us. Months go on that we're under suspension. Then after the suspension, all of a sudden we were fired. No explanation, no nothing. If they talk to us, and there's supposed to be an oversight committee from what I understand, and that didn't happen. The oversight committee never talked to us. It was the legislative council that fired us, which I understand because they're the ones who appointed us. But I'm complaining about the oversight committees. Where were they at? We didn't get any charges, stuff like that to us. But that's just the way legislative councils work for years and years, keeping people down. And that ain't right. I guess that'd be it.
The way it stands right now is we have dismantled government. What happens now? What are the next steps? And I don't want to say that I know what the next steps are, as this is a historical event. It's never been done where an entire government was dismantled. So we are at a loss right now in terms of what are the next steps, to be honest with you. But if nothing else, I've enjoyed this position very, very much. And when one door closes, another one opens. And I just want to thank everybody for their support, all your emails, all your Facebooks. It has been amazing to be your leader, and I should say that even though the position has changed, me as a person with my heart and my love for my people, it still remains strong, and I am still here with the same email. So please feel free to contact me and the others. Thank you.